Well, I wasn't planning on making a Portland video, but we ended up spending way more time here than I thought. Thought we were just gonna take some photos of a lighthouse, eat some food, see a mansion, and get out, but we ended up taking quite a bit of video. So, without further ado, here's a little day in Portland with a food tour. So first meal of the trip, we stopped to get some burgers really quick before we go on the mansion tour. And it's Elevation Burgers, downtown Portland, right on the wharf actually. This awesome upstairs deck seating. A little bit divisive on the reviews online. I got a burger with cheddar, bacon, lettuce, tomato, and the fried egg. Nina managed to get the lobster special. How is it?
It's good.
Well, let's find out. I mean, the flavors are good. Very delicious. The patty is very thin. It's one of the complaints online. That's like the size of a fast food burger, but I mean, flavor-wise, excellent. They nailed it. Everybody in there is real friendly. So for the price point, it's a pretty small burger, but it is grass-fed, which that's probably why it raised the price, you know. So, you know, definitely thumbs up. Try it out. I like it. You know, Nina, how's your lobster? Real good.
Look at all the lobster in it.
That's a lot of lobster. The Victoria Mansion in Portland, Maine is an early landmark example of residential architecture that is now a museum. Now, we weren't allowed to film inside, but we were able to take some photos, so I wanted to just show a little bit of what's inside this place to encourage you to go visit. It really is awesome, and there's a lot of docents around who will explain different aspects of the history and restoration process that's going on, and you can kind of see the process. The first floor has been mostly restored. They're still working on it, but it's just beautiful examples of French style ceilings and other things from Europe, whereas the second floor hasn't really been restored, and the third floor isn't even safe, so you can't go up to the third floor. There's a variety of rooms, sitting rooms, a library, dining room. It really is pretty fascinating, and they had a docent in just about every single room to explain it to you. The staircase that goes through the entire house is a flying staircase. It's a beautiful, beautiful setup. Unfortunately, the lights are a little off center, so I wasn't able to get my absolutely picture perfect photo, but still really, really gorgeous. And people were happy to step out of the way for my photo, which was awesome. We also got a look at the smoking room, which was an early example of Arabic architecture in America. And the master bedroom has a toilet and bath, which was pretty uniquely decorated. But even though these folks were rich, it's so interesting to see the old style toilet, which is just basically a bucket, and a bathtub that's a small, I don't know if it was iron or aluminum, but by modern standards extremely small, and it had an almost Greek style art around it. So we spent about, I would say, an hour here. We do have to wait for a tour group to go in just because of the restrictions currently. I don't believe that was how it worked prior. And if you look real closely, they do have a friendly cat outside that Nina spent some time petting. he really soaks up all the attention from the tourists. So what'd you get?
A crab meatball.
How is it?
It's good.
You ate that so fast. I'm only halfway through. Fresh haddock, catch of the day. Absolutely phenomenal. You cannot beat the view here at Portland Lobster Company. Yo, fresh blueberry pie. Look at that. Beautiful. Love that. Focus. Yes. They got another bell. Most of the lighthouses. But the view here is just unreal. So other than just seeing the lighthouse and eating at a bunch of food trucks, they also have the cliff walk. Get to go down onto the actual cliff shore, and then we're going to check out the old fort and some abandoned buildings. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a picturesque lighthouse. Well, you can go down there. This is so cool. Yeah, it's a pretty gentle up and down walk. Heading right into the beach. I don't know what this is. Kind of looks like a placement for a gun. It doesn't, oh, there we go. Yeah, Battery Hobart. This is where the gun would have been placed. Aha, military knowledge. Yeah, I had no idea we were gonna see all this when we came to see a lighthouse. It's just crumbling ruins everywhere from a fort. Some more abandoned buildings right near the entrance to the park, actually. Yo. Wonder what all this stuff was. Didn't see a sign for any of it. This is wild.
Cheese and crackers! Cheese and crackers!
Don't want to ruin their photo. Must have been like a post to get into the fort. Creepy. I mean, they've been abandoned a long time. There's clearly nothing left here. Now we spotted a big building off in the distance. Actually, it turns out this is the Central Powerhouse. Well, I guess this is the Goddard Mansion, one of the first big mansions built on the coast. And once the military took it over, they used it to house married enlisted men and their families. And this is the beach they were worried was going to be invaded. So actually, right there is the missile control, or not missile control, the mine control for when they mined this little bay here. A couple of big empty rooms like this down here. Well, we can. Ooh, that's creepy. It just ends though. Sure is interesting. All the lights. The gun batteries over here. Where the commander stayed. That's all fenced off. This is where the gun battery over here would have gone. And you can see what a great view that is. I guess the guy was explaining to me this is where the South tried to invade the North. So in World War II, they were worried the Germans were going to do the same. Okay, last thing. Whew, this big, huge battery. A bunch of classic photos. Look at that, intact. It's pretty nice. Or personal photos. Baseball in the chapel, at a parade, field day. Look at the club photo. That's crazy. So now we're on top of this wonderful view of the Portland Head Lighthouse. There's nothing really up here, but the view is just stunning. I had no idea this park was here. Honestly, I thought we were just coming to see a lighthouse.